when we begin to slow down and really just take the risk of coming into a deeper silence and stillness, then and only then will the field begin to speak through us. What does it mean for the field to speak through us? And why is that important? The word field could be replaced with the word heart, letting the heart speak. The word field could be replaced with deep inner wisdom, letting the deep inner wisdom speak. So it's really the work of getting in touch with our core intelligence and our own deep and innate sense of wisdom. So the first step is slowing down, recognizing that we're safe in each and every moment, practicing internalizing safety, which takes some time. Unhooking ourselves from this need to be in constant activity and reconstellating our relationship with silence and stillness, so that silence and stillness becomes a priority rather than something we do for 20 or 30 minutes a day. As we begin to slow down and embrace silence and stillness and recognize how safe we are in the present moment, a flow of universal expression can begin to move through us, both as individuals and as groups of people. And you might call this a rising flow truth, but truth is a word that fires up images and concepts and often polarizes, but it's more like an essence of truthfulness, an essence of wiseness and wisdom, an essence of beauty and aliveness, whatever you want to call it. Some might call it spirit or God or goddess or Buddha or whatever is however you want to label that experience. But this is what we're opening to in this work and behind this title. This title is like the curtains, and we're opening the curtains and letting the sunlight shine through the windows. So this is also very much a work of getting out of our own way, because very often we're in our own way constantly, like a fat little hippopotamuses, just sitting bang right in the middle of our vision. We can't see anything. We're just constantly sitting in our own way like this, just walking around like so it's really about just, moving over here a little bit and maybe having conversation, befriending this fat hippopotamus. And then when the fat hippopotamus becomes our friend, then it kind of like, slowly dissolves into the background, and then we can be seen and we can see again. This workshop is also about embracing the joy of being alive and recognizing the infinite nature of our energies, actually. Um, yeah, if we can just get out of our own way, there are no problems, actually. Um, I mean, there are problems in the world, but not inside of us. Then, in a way, we become the solution to all problems in the external that we encounter, because we're not reflectively getting caught up in those problems because of our own internal problems, because we have no problems, because we're not in the way of ourselves. So this is the work, is all of us making this movement of expanding into this infinite capacity to become the solution for whatever problem one might encounter in life, to be able to pivot creatively and consciously, without even thinking about it. It becomes an automatic response to problem. Most people's automatic response to a problem is to collapse or to fight. And this is a trauma reaction. This is a symptom of trauma. Fight and flight, or freeze. So it's about getting out of that survival paradigm and becoming more creative in the present moment, meeting everything that rises in life, meeting everything with who we are, rather than meeting it with our ego and our defense mechanisms, which is what creates problems in the first place. Someone once said to me, the mind is a problem creating mechanism. So this work is really about coming out of the mind and slowly learning how to surrender to what is and what is happening in the moment, without getting caught up in our reactions to what's happening in the moment. Firstly, acknowledging the existence of silence and stillness, and then slowly beginning to embrace that inside of oneself. And then appreciation and gratitude as a practice for dissolving unresolved feelings and sensations that are being held in the nervous system. And then the next point is getting out of one's own way and allowing one's own core intelligence to take over. And the last point is enjoy the ride.